Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Ravens, and it's all up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Washington Commanders. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, the Ravens have perennially been in the conversation. This year, they knock down that door, they win the AFC, and here they are in the Super Bowl.
And remember, they've won in recent years. Super Bowl 35 in Tampa, Super Bowl 47 in New Orleans. What a stretch they could put together if they could claim another title here.
Meanwhile, the Commanders making their first appearance in this game with their new nickname. Remember, under their previous moniker, they made the big game 5 times and won it 3 of those.
But it's been more than 30 years since their last appearance here, partner. Super Bowl 26 in Minneapolis. That was the old Metrodome. Mark Rippon leading them to victory in that one.
The 2023 season has 1 game left. left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. Leading them out, a 2-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Finding Williams once more, complete. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down. Back to the ground now, it's Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. They'll be led out by the 8th-year passer, two-time Pro Bowler from Mississippi State, Dak Prescott.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Prescott to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Prescott on third and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Gerald Everett, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. No surprise there, third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Ravens ready to take over. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Stroud's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Henry out of the pistol. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The play
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That winds up pushing it back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll bring up 3rd. All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Here's Stroud. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 34 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception. Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there behind the line by Isaiah Foskey. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a tight game here early. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. A second down throw for Prescott. State, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Fletcher Cox able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or a former DB, is there a number of catches? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Running left, it's Warren. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Prescott. This one caught by Ridley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On the give, it's Warren. A beautiful fake. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Warren is in. Touchdown, Commanders. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Ryland on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Running from the gun with Henry. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Thornton. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Charlie Jones. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
We often talk about preaching patience.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Commanders continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Quentin Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And Stroud now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
18 Rattler.
Stroud now on 4th down. Oh, that is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, here's Stroud. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle of the block as the defense just did there?
Sure. That's down the field for Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stroud. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now left side, the completion was tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Trap 60, trap 60. Set.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Henry up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Stroud on 3rd down now. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Play action. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Here goes Stroud again. And he rifles one incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A handoff for Warren. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll run it. Warren. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On the run, it's Warren. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And his kick here is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now here come the Ravens. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down and 8.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Stroud looking to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. Stroud to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Second and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant. And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. First and 10, it's Stroud. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a run with Warren, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Warren. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
46.
To throw is Prescott. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Now a handoff up the middle. Warren. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Stroud. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now he's loose again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Washington ready to try again on offense. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Deontay Banks there on the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the...
There he goes, left side. He stiff arms it. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
This would make the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. second down and a little more than a yard here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football. Here's we welcome you back.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle they go. It's Warren, and he'll get it down this time to the 17.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage.